really awesome video I promised y'all for a long time. This is my buddy Austin's 2014 Paxton Supercharged 5.0. So it's got a Paxton 2200 SL on a 3.125 pulley. It made 832 wheel horsepower and 640 pound-feet of torque. So it's got a 4 Innovations triple pump fuel system. It's got BBK long tube headers, a custom 3-inch exhaust with the X pipe. It's got some cool tips I'll show you out here in a second. Obviously you can see it's lowered on some BMR drag springs right here. It's got full BMR rear suspension and stuff like that. But we're gonna show you guys around the car today, and guys, I really hope you enjoy this. But as you can see, there's ice on the ground currently, so it's gonna be a fun review. You know, race car on snow tires. We thought it'd be kind of funny to kick things off right here in this nice little parking garage. And we're just going to go from there, but as you can see, he's got Race Star Dark Stars. The nice thing about S197s is you can run a 15-inch rear wheel, and as you can see, it's Mickey Thompson slicks on the rear, and there's a radio on the front. So it's a bias-plus slick on the rear, radio on the front. So there is a little bit of sway, but we're braving the conditions today. We're going to try our best to do some pulls. It does spin. We've been out on the road already a little bit, but you know, it's nothing crazy. So we're going to try to maintain it. I'm not going to personally do anything stupid in it. We might get Austin out later and let him do a few pulls and really experience it. But I drove the car a little bit earlier and got into it a little bit. And guys, let me just tell you, it's crazy. So I mean, you imagine 832 rear wheel horsepower, and I mean that's almost nearing on the way over 900 to the engine. So I didn't want to say 1,000, but damn near. So that's pretty cool. Also, it has a TR6060 transmission swap with 410 rear gears. So the cool thing about the 6060 is fourth is the 1-to-1. So the gears are way more spread out than say the MT82. So the 410 does the car a lot of good. But guys, let's show you all around, see what So if you can see, this car has a GT500 rear spoiler and rear valence on it. So obviously it's from a 13 through 14 GT500. These cars have some of the most beautiful taillights I think ever put on a production car. But the cool thing about the exhaust tips that I was trying to tell you all, they're actually from a C6 Corvette. So they're custom quad tips welded onto that diffuser, and I think they look amazing. So this is also, if you can see right here as well, this is tuned by Lee Blankenship at Blankenship Tuning and Performance. The car is on E85 like I said before, and it is raw to say the least. The car runs and drives smooth as butter. Transmission takes a little bit warming up, and the car does too, just a little bit. But I mean, other than that, guys, I mean, this is a fully streetable car that is technically a race car. So let's go over some more details, and y'all let me know what you think. All right, guys, so here you can see the front. You can see the massive intercooler hanging out of the bottom right there. I think he has a California Special grill in here, a billet style grill right there, and no lower grill. This car is an original, actually factory track pack car, which was actually somewhat rare. The way you can actually tell that is all track pack cars had leather seats on the inside, and a lot of people had Brembo cars or 373 cars, excuse me. This is actually a legit track pack car from the factory, so it's really cool. So let's get up a little bit closer, and I'll show you all the blower and some of the cool little quirks and features, I guess, on the engine base. All right, guys, so right about there would be your blower. So it's a centrifugal blower. So basically it's like a belt-driven turbo. So there's belts and various things of sorts that basically attach to your crankshaft and run off your belts and such, and so that's what spins the blower. So basically this thing makes peak power at whatever you stop revving it at. This car made a little bit under 15 pounds of boost in fourth gear. It will make a little bit more boost in lower gears, but as you can see, he has the intake right there. It says LOL, and he's got some American flag cool covers and some oil breathers on either side. So I mean, honestly, I mean, if you just looked at it, you wouldn't think anything other than maybe it's just a Paxton car, and the guy is kind of funny, I guess, because he's got American flag coil covers. But you can kind of see the big fuel system right there, and this car probably would have made even just a little bit more power, but he's having some belt slip issues, and it is an 8-rib setup. So it's an 8-rib setup, so it's about as tight as you can get and still having a little bit of slip issues. So that's kind of giving you an idea how much power this thing's really making. But let's go around the car, guys. I'll get some beauty shots, throw those in here. Then we're probably going to take this thing out for a drive here real quick. We'll get him started up, won't rev it since we are on a college campus, if y'all can see, here at Eastern Kentucky University doing this today. We won't rev it, but we will get a startup action. See what that sounds like. All right, guys, so one last thing I forgot to mention here. This car does feature an 18 manifold on here, so it's swapped. It's got IMRC lockouts, obviously, because 11 through 14 counties don't have a way to control those. This one is unported, but obviously it still makes good power. This car picked up about 50 wheel from when it was previous. And I also forgot to mention it does have a fully built motor. It's got Manley pistons and a bunch of other forged internals and stuff like that. So it's built a party for sure. Alright guys, so the beast is running. You can hear the blower. See if we can get a video of the belt right here. But you can see the belt turning right there. Obviously, that's pretty cool. And I just want to give a shout out to Austin again for being a good sport, letting me do this today. I really appreciate it. Guys, so we're here with Paxton the Pug, and if you can guess, she is named Paxton after the blower. Can you say hi? No? She's like, what are you doing to me? Anyways, guys, she's such a sweetheart. She's been out riding with us today, and it's really cool that that's her name. So, thought y'all would enjoy that. Oh, she's coming over. You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi?
DSR Club. Here we come.
Here we go. All right, guys. So I'm in the driver's seat here now. This thing is pretty cool. It's got a big boost gauge, air fuel ratio gauge. He's got some pillar pods. I'll show you all over here. He's got a big shift light, which is really awesome. And this car redlines at what? A little bit short of 8K.
Yeah, about 7,600 or so.
Just barely short of 8K. So we're gonna start it up. You know, obviously, got to use a key in this one. You poverty.
Poverty ass Mustang.
I'm just joking, but we'll start her up here, guys, and clutch in. Gavin, if you're watching this, that's how your car's supposed to start up. This car has a blower, same 4 triple pump system, and it fires right up. And it's on E85, so you really got no excuses, dog.
It's 30 degrees out.
And it was even colder earlier. So you gotta step up your game, dog. All right, so we're in reverse. So something about this, guys. The clutch is actually really pretty forgiving, actually. So I'm just barely even. And this is an RXT 1200, guys. So the only thing about it is where this doesn't have a lockout in the trans, you kind of got to be pretty careful about how you put it in reverse. You got sync on, dog?
I do got sync on.
As you guys can see, man, I'm just barely riding out of here, and it is super good. And again, sorry for probably the audio switch. You'll be able to tell back on the GoPro versus the big camera for this. So apologies if it's not the best, but it should be livable because the GoPro is directly in front of my face. So, guys, we're going to get out on the road right here, and I'll get back with y'all in just a second. But, I mean, 1-2 shift right here. It's smooth, guys, for sure. All right, guys, so we're cruising along right here. As you can hear, it is pretty loud in here. He doesn't have any seats in the back and such, but, I mean, the car is smooth, guys. We're doing 55 literally right now. I'm in 5th gear. I mean, we're going to 6 right here. It's pretty dead burn smooth to be a legitimate race car with, you know, full suspension work. We're on bias, plies, and radials right now, but his transmission right here, guys, is just a straight stick, and it's TR6060. If any of y'all know, you get a flat stick or straight stick. He's got an extended handle that comes up another, what, 2-3 inches?
Yeah, 3/4 of an inch.
Oh, okay, so just about another inch, but it's easy to drive, guys. I mean, it's so weird to me that the RXT 1200 and this is much easier to use than the RXT 1000 I drove in the Whipple car at the beach, if y'all remember that. But the difference we're thinking is because TR6060 different input shafts versus MT82. So, you know, MT82 is just crap if we're honest. But we're just out cruising right now, you know, just trying to basically warm the car up, guys. And other than that, I mean, we're going to do a couple little pulls, guys. I'm not going to do anything crazy. It's 37 degrees. We're going to let Austin drive it, and he's going to, you know, hammer on it a little bit here. But the feel of the car is just so good. I mean, you just feel so connected. Now C7 over there. You think he wants the gap?
I don't know if he wants the gap or not. Just a base model C7.
But I mean, right here, guys, just 1-2. 1-2 is a little bad when it's cold, but watch this 2-3. This thing is crazy, guys. I mean, again, you know, well over 900 crank horsepower, 832 to the tire, and probably realistically makes more if the belt's not slipping, which is true.
second. I'm going to do a pull, and then we will switch seats, and I'll get out and video Austin here, actually. And we will go from there. The shit 3 to 4, dude, is straight butter. Butter. You can hear me. We're going to roll up to this straight right here. I'm going to roll into it in third.
finally kind of done getting around in this thing. We had a pretty good time.
Good time.
So this is my buddy Austin. Y'all have seen him a couple times before, but this is his car. Once again, I just want to give him a big thank you for letting me drive it, bro. So I really appreciate it. But Austin's been in the car game for a while. Me and him have been really good buddies for a long time now, and we've had a few different cars. You know, you've had a couple fast cars now, and just, you know, how does this one compare?
So yeah, I had my 13 1LE car before this, and it was an LSA powered car.
Would it make 646?
Made 660 540.
Okay,
yep.
okay.
660 540. You know, with a
and it was raw.
With a root style blower, the car was really fun to drive on the street. I mean,
torquey.
Very torquey. I mean, you know, as soon as you get in it, the power's there.
Yeah,
you know, it's not like the centrifugal.
It's
blower.
a lot
like
different.
This car, power bands are much different. You know, this car, it starts to pick up the power around 3,500, and then
just barely gets into boost.
Barely
and
gets
goes
into
more.
boost, and then once you get up to like the 7,500, mark, it's hauling. You know what I'm saying?
God, and what cam did it have? A BTR stage.
Yeah, BTR stage 3
blower cam.
Yep.
So it didn't chop super hard. And maybe if he's even got an old clip of it, I'll try to throw it in here just like You started out in a V6 Camaro, right?
Started out in a V6 Camaro.
We kind of come from similar-ish backgrounds. I started out in an EcoBoost Mustang. You know, now I've worked my way up to a 5.0 that's full bolt-on. You know, your Camaro was full bolt-on at a time.
Some point, yeah.
And then, you know, you moved up to the blower. And so I have even considered purchasing this car, guys. So maybe if everyone would like that by a really good amount, maybe we would have to work out a deal. But this car's sick, guys. So I just wanted to talk to Austin right here, introduce him to you all. Follow him on Instagram. I'll put his link down below and stuff like that, so you can check out this car, because he's gonna start posting pictures that I take of it.
Yep.
But guys, he's expecting that kid right here, so big congrats to him and his girlfriend here in just a month or two.
Yeah,
so,
May.
Not
long.
a few months. Yeah. So she's about a little over halfway.
A little over halfway.
Yep. So guys, big congrats to him. So definitely leave a comment down below and tell him that. But guys, once again, just a big thank you, my man.
No problem, man. I'm glad you got to come up.
All right, guys, so I'm going to wrap this thing up here. I apologize just ever so slightly. I am a little bit congested and stuff, so my voice might not come across as wonderful. But, guys, what an experience it was to get to drive this car. And I have driven it just a couple times before this, but, you know, nothing like what I got to do today. And sorry, guys, I had to make a quick cut there. The car got full and the camera kind of shut down there. But like I was saying, guys, this car is fully built from the ground up. It's got full suspension, you know, Viking shocks, BMR suspension, a little bit of UPR, I think anti-roll bar, right? And I roll bar UPR, but everything else is BMR. It's got a fully built motor. It's sleeved. It's got Manley rods and pistons, correct? Stock compression steel, but I mean, it's got an 18 manifold, so you know it's got a better Manny. It's got the 8-rib upgrade on the blower. It's got the TR6060 transmission, which is, if you've never driven a TR6060 and you're used to an MT82, it's like not even the same like world. It's just crazy, but this car is insane, guys, and it is absolutely beautiful. Obviously, I'm sure you all think so as well, but I mean, it's got the GT500 look, you know, it's got the GT500 spoiler, but it just looks so good. And man, guys, maybe might have to be a purchase here in the future at some point, but she looks so good, dude, with the race stars. I got to get a set of those skinnies like that right there for my car, and I want to lower it. So Austin has BMR drag springs on here as well, so it's good and low, you know. But I mean, just peep the intercooler, guys. I mean, that right there is about all you need to know about this car, because it's just sick nasty. But this has been an incredible experience, guys, and I really hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. It's been an awesome car to drive. Definitely fastest car I've ever driven. I have driven a Whipple S550 that made about 750 wheel. I've driven a Whipple 10-speed auto 18 car that made about 740 wheel, but 10-speed auto. So I actually think that would be a pretty good race for Austin's car. Obviously, I think his car would win in the end, but the 10-speed I think would keep it competitive up to a certain speed. So maybe we'll get that set up one day. If you're watching DJ, we might get that set up, but guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. There's more to come. I was actually supposed to come up here to Richmond and review an Evo today that makes over 600 horsepower. But he had a couple issues, and I totally understand it's also cold, so he's definitely going to get that fixed, and we're going to get back up with him. But guys, me and the man Austin right here signing off for DSR. Until next time, what do we always say?
Peace.
Peace out, guys.